That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.
Breakthrough in the scoreboard. As we see their ball pinged across and unfortunately goes out for a sideline hit, with Malaysia having attacking opportunity in the opposing half. Ball fired into the D, but that goes wide past the left-hand side upright and out for a 16-meter hit. The weather here taken a slight turn compared to the first few days of this competition. We are now greeted with darker skies with potential rain in the air, but this might actually be working an advantage because Hartley Vale, being situated where it is, receives a lot of wind, and due to the moisture in the air, I think it is part of the reason as to why the wind has certainly died down. So it's actually optimal playing conditions for these players. Hopefully not too much heat is being, or they're getting faced with. So at the moment, fantastic hockey conditions for a great game of running hockey. Ball fired towards the D, but a great left-hand stick block there by the Malaysian defender to deny any chance going forward. Number 66 for Malaysia, looking to be the main playmaker with a lovely little over-the-top ball and a good receive. Eyes up to find a very good post-up from the right winger, looking to attack the D with a bit of speed, finds the foot just outside, and Malaysia with an opportunity to go forward. Ball taken 5 meters, but once again found a foot. Ref just looking across at the other ref to both concur at the same decision. Ball taken quickly, trying to move it 5. Ball fired in, but a great upright stick challenge there from the Singapore centre back to deny Malaysia a circle entry. Bit of pressure being applied here, but a very, very good set of skills to evade any pressure and carry the ball down the field. Good run here from the number 10 from Malaysia. Looking to ping a ball into the D, and it's fired in, foot inside the D, and a short corner is awarded in favour of Malaysia. Great little piece of individual skill there from the number 10. Malaysia setting up with 2 castles and 2 men slightly behind. Okay, a little bit of a change up. Got 1 slip flick on the left and 1 far post run on the right as Singapore get ready and set up their short corner defense. Great injection, good trap. Ball is flicked, and unfortunately the far post tap in was just narrowly missed as it goes past the left hand side upright. Singapore looking to take the ball quickly now as the numbers are certainly in their favor going up the side of the field, but unfortunately a wayward pass sends the ball fizzing into touch. This is the second last day of the pool stages of the competition, so both of these teams looking to finish as well as they possibly can, or as high as they possibly can for those cross-pool playovers. Slight infringement just outside the 25 allows Malaysia a lovely attacking opportunity. Here's the playmaker, number 66, looking to fire a ball in. It is fired in. Malaysia managed to reclaim the ball, but a good tackle there from the centre half. Ball fired in, but unfortunately an unsuccessful pass to the teammate, and it goes over the baseline to allow Singapore to set up their counter. Bit of a wayward pass there, not enough speed on it, but well managed there from the left half from Singapore. Looking to build up a little bit of phases. Ball fired in, but great transfer across the field, opening up a lot of space, looking runners left and right. Tries to get that one touch in towards the D, but unfortunately unsuccessful. And the keeper running out of his box manages to put a good right boot to it and send it flying into the sideline. Malaysia just playing a little bit more of the possession here, spending a bit more time in the Singapore half. Looking to build up a lot through this center link, number 66. Just requiring a little bit of patience. Good overhead though into space. Acres of space. Great first touch sending it towards the D. And refs constitute a play on, and Singapore eventually win the hit. You got to feel as if there was some clash there between the players, but refs happy to let the play go on. As I was saying, it's just very important for these teams to understand when to go forward and when to build up phases. It's one way to send hotline balls straight down the middle, or route one, should I say, as opposed to looking to build up and use those outside flanks to get a structured attack coming in towards the baseline. But as we see Singapore making a motion down this left-hand side here, looking to play a little bit of interchange between centre half and centre link. Overhead is thrown, but a little bit too much under that one. Doesn't get the distance it requires, but a poor first touch allows Singapore to maintain possession. Good protection and a change of great transfer there. Acres of space for the right half to move into. Looking to use up that right-hand side. Player goes down in the D, but doesn't seem to be intentional, and unfortunately, as he gets up, cannot get to that ball that is fired towards T-point. Lovely ball down the left-hand side. Centre forward making a great lead towards the P spot, but unfortunately the ball is not found. But Malaysia continue with possession. The ball is fired towards him. Smashes into the backboard, but because it came from outside of the D, it'll just simply be a 16. Singapore opting for the slight speed of play rather, and that is well smashed down there by the number 11 from Malaysia. Singapore reclaim possession up the right-hand side. Looking for that long ball, the overhead, and it is thrown to nobody, unfortunately, and it's a simple one for Malaysia to pick up. Good transfer, using some space on this right-hand side. There's just a slight gap between the midfielders and the forwards of the Singapore team, which makes pressing quite difficult, as one pass can eliminate an entire line of hockey players. Here's the playmaker, number 66, opting to just slow the ball down and allow some players to join the attack. Great little bit of individual skill there, looking to fire the ball towards the D, but he gets the blow. Ball fired across. Good pickup, great receive there on the up. And very nice bit of composure there to play the ball back out, which opens up the left-hand side. Great posting up from the strikers, but well marked by the defenders there. Number 10 for Malaysia maintains possession and drives towards the D. Can he get an outcome? Great stick tackle there. Or not a stick tackle, but a great strong stick to force the challenge. On this specific Astro that the men are playing on, it is quite flat, so you have to get a little bit of air on it if you are taking the ball towards the D, as any flat stick on the ground is going to inevitably break down any challenge or any run that is coming through. So the little bit of air on it is vital, especially getting around the D. This also brings about that potential foot, which allows for the short corners. So a little bit of experience. Obviously, these guys know it and they've probably seen it a number of times, but just a little bit of gamesmanship and sportsmanship knowledge to just get a little bit of air on the ball as they approach the D. Great ball fired towards the outside of the D and a lovely receive. Little arc and turn and he gets the foot. Fantastic bit of individual skill from the number 11 from Malaysia to give his team another short corner in this match. Singapore defender putting on his mask, setting up, keeper stands back in his box. Malaysia looking to try and open the scoring here in the second chukker. The push is good, stop is dead. Ball fired in and a fantastic save off the line. Final line of defense and a fantastic full face of the hockey stick to send the ball flying out. There did seem to be a follow-up hit on goal or shot on target. Or not on target, just went slightly left of the upright and allowing Singapore an easy outlet. Great receive there. Good bit of pressure applied by the number 13, the right wing for Malaysia, allowing the team to have an attacking chance from inside the 23. Lovely elimination skill. You just feel that the pass has to come off slightly earlier. It's all fine and well beating the first player, but you have to try and release to create those 2v1s. A little bit of confusion allows Singapore to find a fantastic crossfield ball flat on the deck. Just trying to hold it up to allow numbers to get through. Space opening up on this left-hand side. The ball is fired across the left. Good one-hand receive. And one-hand or a backstick pass. Long handled straight into the opposition foot. Free hit just outside the 25. Looking long, but no options available, so opted to go out to right-hand side. Looking to play that T-point entry, try and get an outcome here. Good defending. Takes a deflection on the way out, and therefore a long corner to Singapore. With just 5 minutes left here of the second chukker, you feel that one of the teams, I think, who scores next is certainly going to have the advantage going into the second half. It's been quite a tight deadlock the whole way, but there's a foot, unforced error there, and a short corner for Singapore. As I was saying, the next goal that goes in here to open the scoring certainly would give the team that scores it the advantage in this game. It's been a very, very tight game in terms of possession from 23 to 23, with Malaysia narrowly missing a couple chances, and you feel that Singapore hanging in here, the longer they can hang in and the deeper they can take the game, the more opportunity do they have to walk away with 3 points. Singapore with one castle, 2 far post runners and a left slip flick. Good speed on the injection. Fired in for that deflection. Can he get a shot off? Oh, unfortunately, goes over the top of the ball and over the baseline for a Malaysian 16. Good use of that power angle here from the right half to create some space. Very important that the defenders do indeed get their angles right. Great ball fired into the D. First time shot and deflection sends it wide for a long corner. But very important for both teams to just be manipulating the opposition press by the movement from the backs, allowing for a slight angle change and that they're not flat, because one pass on a good angle eliminates 2 or 3 players, so that's something that these teams should definitely be looking to do following the second half. Long-handled, but a great bit of great forward defensive there from the number 13 for Singapore. Fortunately, a wayward pass there allows Malaysia to reset up their attacking press, or their attacking shape, should I say, with an opportunity just between the halfway and the 25. Lovely bit of skill there to eliminate the man. Needs to find that pass into the D, unfortunately. Not enough speed on it or enough elevation, met by a flat hockey stick. Looking for that link up. Can he get there? Good bit of speed. Good bit of communication. It's absolutely vital that at this stage of the game, as the legs start to get a little bit heavier, that communication is on point. Doesn't have to be too fancy. It's just simple, small, clear communication and comms from the line behind you. Allows for better reorganization. That ball, unfortunately, not finding the left forward as it goes into touch. Malaysian sideline hits. The left centre back not paying attention, but is able to turn around just in time to receive that ball. The Singapore side has now dropped into a deep 3-quarter press, just allowing Malaysia to build up with a bit more ease out of the back. Number 66 dropping a bit deeper to try and force a little bit of action here. Ball over the top is a good one, just waiting on the receive. Unfortunately, that is not a good one, and it ends up going off the sideline and allowing Singapore to have an attack from inside of the Malaysian half. Good protection there. Good turn and a good pass there, trying to find the left forward, but unfortunately the trap was not a successful one as the ball goes over the baseline with 43 seconds to go of this first half. An exciting first half at that, with no goals to show for it, but a lot of opportunities that both teams would be kicking themselves not to have put 1 or 2 away to try and break this deadlock. Great bit of skill here from the number 66 with a beautiful backhand pass, unfortunately unable to find the teammate. Looks down in disgust, but needs to get back into the game to help his team for these last 15 seconds. Ball fired through down the middle, cleanly picked up by the Malaysian defender. With 5 seconds to go, can Malaysia get some outcome? Ball has to go into the D from here, and there goes the halftime whistle. We'll be back after a short break. Malaysia 0, Singapore 0. from left to right and Malaysia in the yellow from right to left. The score is currently 0-0 after a very close encounter in this first half, both of these teams having had some very intense team talks, looking to come out firing for the second half to see who's going to break the deadlock first. Singapore maintain possession, Malaysia maintain possession through the Singapore infringement just inside the 25. Number 66 on the ball, as you can see, if you haven't seen in the first half, he's the playmaker for Malaysia, and lots of the play goes through him. A ball fired into the D, but met by a strong forehand stick. Malaysia still have the ball, however, and are looking to just reset by building it up around the back. Oh. Lovely bit of 2v1 play there from the Malaysian team just to create some space down the right-hand side. Ball looking to be fired in, but no one is posting up, so the ball goes out on the sideline through a Singapore touch. Very good attacking position here for Malaysia as they look to try and build up some phases. A ball is fired towards T-point, but unfortunately the trap is unsuccessful, and it is... Oh, the ref just signaling that there was a slight push in the back from the Singapore defender, allowing Malaysia a free hit in a very dangerous position just outside of the circle. Good turn there. Great bit of individual skill, but unfortunately finding himself a little bit isolated, does well to maintain possession. The ball is fired off down the right-hand side. Long handled into the D, but again, a very, very good, strong upright stick there to deny the ball. Singapore now with a bit of time and space, but opting to take it a bit slower to allow the team to just reset their structure a touch. Ball fired across the right-hand side, now with the number 5 for Singapore, making a motion up the right-hand side, but the pass not good enough, and number 18 for Malaysia does very well there, despite having 2 Singapore shirts all over him. Great little bit of skill there with that aerial from number 66. Looking up to try and find a forward posting up. Unfortunately unsuccessful with their pass, but regains the ball once again. Ball fired across open space, looks for that backspace shot, and unfortunately just past the right-hand side upright. First real chance of the second half here goes in Malaysia's favour. Certainly feel, having watched the game so far, that Malaysia have had the upper hand in terms of circle entries, short corners for, and just opportunities in general, but would definitely be a little bit hard on themselves in terms of not putting the ball in the back of the net when it is required. But here we go, here's another chance here for Malaysia coming through the playmaker, number 66, the captain. A double blow from the refs there leads to Singapore losing one of their players for 2 minutes through the form of a green card there for that little shove in the back. Malaysia needing to capitalize on this opportunity with a man-up advantage. Ball fired in, and a touch from the Singapore stick sends it wide, but for a long corner. Up next on this field, we have the women's encounter between USA and Germany in the over 50 category. So lots of exciting hockey being played here at Hartley Vale today. This is the second last day of the pool stages, as I said in the first half, before there's cross-pool playovers, or in some cases with some pools in some of the age categories, it's 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. Nevertheless, a lot of hockey being played, and fantastic to see the amount of legwork that all of these sides are putting in, as a great ball is fired under the shoulder to open up that left-hand side of the field. This is much better here from Singapore, building up with a bit more patience, looking to string passes together rather than taking the ball into contact. Very good midfield transfer there, and a very clever leave there to try and... Oh, that looked very much out, but the ref not in the same line. Malaysian players fuming with the fact that it wasn't called out, but has to be played on as the ref's call is final. You have to feel a little bit better now that Malaysia have the ball, as that did look very much like it went over the sideline. But again, ref's call is final and cannot be changed. So good bit of go forward here for Malaysia as they're looking to transfer across the middle of the field through the number 7. With the whitest Adidas boots that I've seen in a while. It's lovely to see a good clean pair of hockey boots, and hopefully providing him with lots of speed and agility on the field. Well done here from Singapore to evade any danger within the circle. 2v1 opportunities there, and the ball is played. Bit of a lazy jab there, but Singapore maintain the ball as they have advantage. Good arc. This is much better from Singapore as the ball is fired across, trying to find number 13, but intercepted by the number 18 for Malaysia. Number 66 loses his shoe in the process of it. That is no value and no help when the right boot goes flying. Great touch from the number 11. He's all on his own. What can he do? Very good bit of composed defending there from number 6 for Malaysia to stop that very, very direct and agile run from the number 11 from Singapore. Singapore certainly starting to show a little bit more intent here going forward, and it's showing in the fact that they have a lot more opportunities than they did in the first half, which is very positive to see. Game certainly starting to open up though, however, as there's a slight disengage between the forwards and the midfielders. But here's number 66 goes, looking for that ball under the shoulder. Finds that ball under the shoulder. Brilliant ball into the D. Ball across the face. And the deflection just going wide. Ref signaling a 16, but yeah, ref signal 16, and indeed it was a Malaysian stick that... No. Decision's been a bit of confusion here. I thought that it had hit a Singapore stick and gone out. There it is. There's the decision. Came off a Singapore stick on the deflection on the way out, and therefore it's a long corner to Malaysia. Lovely attacking position for Malaysia now as they just get inside the dotted circle. Number 66 fires one in with a little bit of a bobble on, a bit of height. Outside was the call, and therefore not a short corner. Just outside the D, lifted off the Singapore stick, creating a bit of danger, and therefore just outside of the circle. Very important to note the position of which a lot of the free hits are taken with. Oh, great bit of skill there. Put it onto a foot, and a short corner is awarded. Really, really good bit of individual skill there from number 66 for Malaysia. But as I was saying, very important to note the position of which a free hit is taken with inside, either inside the 25 or outside, as opposed to inside the dotted circle, as opposed to outside. When you're inside the 23, it has to go 5 before ball is fired into the D. So very important that the players listen to the ref's call in terms of where the free hit actually needs to be taken. Malaysia in a huddle here, hoping to see if they can break this deadlock. Slight longer discussion than they've had previously over the short corners, as you feel that they have to start converting if they get these short corners. Ball is flung out, not as much speed on it as the previous one. 66 fires one in. Short corner is re-awarded. Take 2 of the short corner. Singapore just waiting to have all 4 men behind the goal line. Ball is fired out, this time with a little bit more speed. Number 66 fires one in. And a fantastic goal as it clatters into the left-hand side of the backboard. Number 66, who else would it be, opening the scoring for his team, putting them 1 goal ahead of Singapore. Fantastic little well-worked short corner there, and you had to feel that it was coming with all the opportunities that they had had. I think this is about the 8th short corner they've had in these first 38 minutes of hockey. Took a little bit of while there for my maths to kick into gear, but nevertheless we got the job done. Here we go again after the restart. Singapore needing to just switch a gear. You feel as if they probably are going to be a little bit upset, having had a couple opportunities and then letting one go past to go 1 goal down. Still lots of hockey to be played though in this encounter, and I don't think this is the last goal that we'll be seeing either, as Singapore take the opportunity to build up from the back. But the long ball is being looked and the long ball is being played, which is fantastic. All alone at the top of the D. Can he get a shot away? And that is a brilliant, brilliant goal from Singapore. Evaded his defender, got that first touch, turned, and a little shot under the shoulder to find the left-hand corner of the backboard is a brilliant reply to having gone 1 goal down 2 minutes ago. Fantastic bit of hockey there from Singapore. Quick restart, looking to go forward straight away. Number 66, the goal scorer for Malaysia just 2 minutes ago. Again with the ball, making great headway down the left-hand side of the field. Can he get a D-entry? Nothing shown there by the ref, and unfortunately the ball across the face is picked up. But again, a double turnover allows us to regain, and the triple turnover. Singapore again with the ball now, and you feel that this slight momentum shift has opened this game wide up now with 1 goal apiece between both of these teams. Very well weighted pass there to the number 7. Ball is going to be fired in potentially. Good work from the defender to keep the Singapore left links head down. Ball under the shoulder is a fantastic interception here from the one hand from the number 43. Looking to find Singapore, looking to transfer with a long pass, unfortunately unable to succeed in doing so. But a little bit of back and forth here is allowing Malaysian players to just step a little bit higher up the field. Foot there just inside the 25. Lovely attacking position again for Malaysia. Real end-to-end stuff here on Hartleyvale B turf on a cold Thursday morning. Ball has been taken 5 and fired into the D, but straight to a flat forehand of the Singapore defender, as that is cleared a long way down the field to regain some territorial possession. Good open receive here from the man with the very clean white boots. Ball fired in. Can he get a touch on it? Keeper sliding and clears it wide. Fantastic bit of goalkeeping there. Ref just having a little intervention here from a potential bit of foul play from Malaysia. Just having a little word with the captain and one of the players who seems to be creating the infringement. A show of apology here from the number 33, but ref certainly stepping her command on this game, and rightly so. Number 66 again with the ball, fires it left, looking for that ball into the D. Patience required on this attack. Circle entry. Cleared from the Singapore player onto the Malaysian foot. And a green card is shown for that deliberate left boot of the Malaysian player. So he too will spend 2 minutes on the sideline. Not overly happy with that, as he felt it was unintentional, but nonetheless the ref's call is final and he will spend 2 minutes in the sin bin. Singapore certainly need to capitalize on this one-man advantage that they do have, although there aren't that many numbers up in the field. As the right wing looks for the D is vacant and have to transfer the ball around. Number 5 with the ball fired in, but again met by a very flat forehand stick from the Malaysian defender. Great little left-hand pick there by Singapore. That looked to be a foot. Short corner is awarded. Just ref having a little look across at the other one to just confirm that it did indeed hit the foot and not the hand, as was being shown by the Malaysian defender. And of course, biasly so, the Malaysian defender would opt to say it was his hand. Meanwhile, it did hit the grey Adidas left boot of his. A very different looking setup here from Singapore as they opt to take the penalty corner from the other side, and a tiny ball under the left shoulder to the top of the D. A very well worked variation and a phenomenal goal from Singapore to take the score to 2-1 in their favor. A fantastic turnaround of possession, and you have to give it to them. That is definitely a well-worked variation short corner that they no doubt had practice a number of times coming into this tournament. One I haven't seen before, but maybe one that should be used by teams in the future, as it was exceptionally effective, opening up that left-hand side of the D with no defenders and no wave runners in the way, and a simple tap-in for the Malaysian number, the Singapore, sorry, number 13, I think it was. Just shows you what a simple green card can do, especially when the team is playing with a man down. But here he comes, number 10. He's run back onto the field to relieve that deficit of players as the ball is hammered into the shin of the number 1 for Singapore. Not overly happy as he's wincing and walking, but seems to be fine and will no doubt be looking to influence the game now with a little bit of aggression. Great bit of skill from the man who just spent 2 minutes sitting on the side. Certainly probably a little bit upset having led his team down there. Ball fired in, bit of confusion and a few shouts from the ref. And indeed a short corner is awarded in favor of Malaysia. The ref getting in a very good position there to see beneath all the chaos of the mountain of red shirts that had flooded that ball there. But just whilst they set up a fantastic, once again, just to reflect back onto that goal, a fantastic well-worked variation there by Singapore, taking advantage of the lack of numbers that Malaysia did have, having had that card. Malaysia with a chance. Inject, stop, number 66 fires one, and a fantastic goal from the drag flick into the bottom left-hand corner. That is the absolute banker, and one that is exceptionally hard for any keeper to stop. And that goes, or there goes the horn for the end of the third chukka. A vital goal coming on the breadth of the end of the chukka there. 2-2 apiece as we take a short break. that is incredibly hard as a keeper to get down to save. As we call it in most colloquial terms, that is the banker, and no doubt will be used again if they have another short corner opportunity. Malaysia just looking to build up now between the two playmakers, number 10 and number 66, but that pass going with a touch slightly wayward. Great diving effort there to try and regain possession, but the ball, seeing a few double turnovers, allows Malaysia to go forward again with a bit of space. Great ball at the T-point there, ball across, diving save from the keeper, and the ball is cleared out of the way. Fantastic little bit of hockey there from both teams, both offensively and defensively. Ball now with Malaysia looking for that long ball in, and it finds the player who's claiming that he got stick checked there with a short corner, but a bit of a soft challenge really, and rightly so, the ref letting play continue. As Singapore now charge down the other end, but a ball straight into the back of the stick, or into an upright or flat back stick should I say, allows Malaysia to regain possession going forward. Good ball down the left flank, looking for that T-point entry. Short corner is awarded, and a brilliant little bit of stick work there from the number 11 for Malaysia, just getting that initial touch onto the number 4's foot. With yet another short corner opportunity for Malaysia, you've got to feel that it's going to number 66 at the top of the D. That bottom left banker, twice in a row, has served them well, and you feel as if that is probably going to be the go-to here, as there is only one castle setting up. Ball is fired indeed to that castle, and the flick a little behind the back this time, and a brilliant variation there between the two playmakers, number 66 and number 10. Firing one into the top of the backboard to give Malaysia a 3-2 lead in this encounter. What a game this has turned out to be in the second half, as goals have opened up on both ends of the field. Fantastic little bit of experience there shown from the Malaysian side, setting the Singapore defense up twice with that bottom left off the top, this time just drawing the first wave out and behind the back, allowing for number 10 for Malaysia to have the world of space to pick his spot and inevitably put the ball in the back of the net. Good tussle on the right-hand side here, but Malaysia come away victorious. Bit of space and time now to build up. This is important now, this section of the game, because with 14 minutes to go, Malaysia have the upper hand, but do they simply try and run the clock down, or do they try and press to get that second goal advantage to take it slightly out of Singapore's reach? We will find out as this game progresses. But what is very important for now is just stick on stick contact. Stick on ball, sorry, stick to stick. Lots of confusing language being coming there, but the fact of the matter is it's important to just string some passes together. The ball over the top, can the player make it? No, he cannot, unfortunately. But very important that Malaysia keep stringing the passes together, keep playing the correct structure, and not getting into a case of we are going to just sit back and play with the ball for 14 minutes, as that drops the mindset and the intensity, and in turn will allow for Singapore to make a charge. Here with number 4 down the right-hand side for Singapore. Ball fired, but a great little bit of skill there to keep that one in play. Lovely bit of skill there under the shoulder from number 6. Ball into the midfield, avoids any sort of pressure, and here's the man with the cleanest white boots on the field. It's almost blinding from the commentary box here. Number 66 with a great one-hand run. Can see he's got the world of skills there in his locker there. I like this from Malaysia, just building up patiently, not needing to force anything, with Singapore not putting an immense amount of pressure on. Very easy to just string some passes together and run this clock down slowly but surely. But with 12 minutes to go, still all to play for in this game, as a slow ball is passed around the back with a bit of pressure from the Singapore striker. But a good quick pass eliminates him. Good post up there from the forward, getting past his alternate defender with a ball into the D. Can another outcome be found here? And a short corner is awarded for that stick tackle just inside of the D. Good bit of play there from Malaysia. Great diagonal ball opening up that right-hand side, and a quick bit of direct hockey, allowing Malaysia another opportunity to have a crack at goal. Malaysia setting up once again. Just this one castle, but a slight variation in personnel. There's the drag flick and another goal, and that is the hat-trick for Captain Fantastic. Wonderful bit of individual play from him these last few minutes of short corner brilliance. He gets his third for the game and takes his team to 4-2 up in this contest. 3 bottom left bankers, as we call it. So difficult for any keeper to keep out, and just shows that you don't have to be flashy and high and flick into the top right and top left corner. It's always cool when it does come right, but it's always safer and often a lot better. And as we look to, ball looks to get pumped in, but a deflection takes it back out. As I was saying, it's always important just to do the simple things, and if that means putting the ball in the bottom corners, that's what you should do, as shown by Captain Fantastic for Malaysia. The call is upgraded by the umpire, as it was a terrible stick challenge just outside the D, resulting in an upgrade to a short corner. No card, however, but nonetheless an upgrade and a chance for Singapore to strike back here with 10 minutes left in this contest. Singapore with the injection. It is a good one, straight to the stick. Shot comes off, and a fantastic bit of defending, short corner defending there from Malaysia to deny a goal in Singapore's favour. Brilliant bit of short corner defence there. Try to take it quickly and try to find the outside winger, but unsuccessful with the pass as the ball trickles over the sideline. If you've tuned in since the last time I've said it, up next on this field we have Germany versus USA in the women's over 50 clash. Teams warming up behind me currently on the A turf. Both teams looking fit and ready to go for day 5 of this encounter, of this tournament. Good first touch here from Captain Fantastic and the hat-trick scorer, playing the ball down the right-hand side, opening up some more space for his team to have a look at. A touch here from Singapore in favour of Malaysia as they get the ball into the D in a good position, and a P-flick is given. A deliberate breakdown as the shot was going to be taken. Great call there from the umpire. No dispute from Singapore, and this P-flick is awarded. And who should take this P-flick other than the man himself, number 66, the captain of Malaysia, who's currently got 3 goals in this game so far. Can he make it a 4th? Once again, very important where you place this one. Let's see what he can do. Keeper versus attacker. And he fires one straight down the middle into the roof of the net. Expect nothing less from the captain himself. Brilliant piece of individual play once more. Very difficult for a keeper though if you have the entire box to defend and the P-flick taker is only a few meters ahead of you. So good little ball over the top, but well collected by the centre back for Malaysia, and a long ball fed out to the left hand side under this commentary box here. With the score now at 5-2 in favour of Malaysia, you've got to feel as if they've done enough to get the 3 points in this encounter, but nonetheless should still maintain the intensity that they have had the entire game, as it has worked for them. And why change tactics now? The ref just showing where the hit is, and very good to maintain the discipline, because as the game continues it gets very easy to get lackadaisical about the calls from the ref. So very nice to see that they're still well in control of this contest. Good first time touch here. Little nutmeg from number 66, making hockey look very, very easy at the point. Disgusted with his teammate for not leading to T-point as he fires one over the baseline, but very good hockey and looking to go forward from the Malaysian team. Ball heaved down the field from Singapore into touch. I think it's vital for Singapore as this game draws nearer and nearer to the end that the long balls should be coming from inside of their attacking half, not from trying to just clear it, because it just gives the ball back to Malaysia, who have currently got a 3-goal cushion. It's important that Singapore put immense pressure on to try and get a result in this game, whether it's a goal for their confidence, whether it is 3 goals to tie things up, or 4 goals, which seems like a tall ask at the moment to try and nab 3 points. The ref unhappy with that challenge there from the Singapore left link, and a yellow card is shown for the infringement. So Singapore will spend the next 5 minutes, almost the remaining of the game, with a man down, which is really not what you want at the moment as Malaysia continue to pepper the D. Certainly feel that it's all playing into Malaysia's hands now, with the numerical advantage and the scoreline where it is, with the time ticking down. The clock is most certainly their friend at this point in the game, as that ball just gets trapped up underneath the feet of the number 43, but overhead, not finding anybody on the right hand side, with more of just a clearance, gives Malaysia the ball straight back again, and really using this right hand side to their advantage, as they're seeming to find an overlap every single time. Their ball fired towards the goal, and a swipe of the air, unfortunately. Good receive and low stick and body position there for Singapore to allow them to attack up this left hand side. Ball is fired with a couple of deflections on the way through, but play on, says the umpire. A longer ball fired down the middle, but a good interception. Intent was most certainly there, but unfortunately execution was just not. Number 66, a little bit of time and space here, does very well to avoid all 3 of the men trying to pocket him, and just plays the ball out to the right hand side as Malaysia simply walk it up the field. And why would they not? Because there's only 5 minutes remaining in this game and they have a 3-goal advantage. Good bit of skill here from the captain in the midfield, just to avoid any pressure being applied to him as the ball gets recycled into their defensive half. Malaysia showing great composure in the back ends of this game, as a very well-rounded performance they have shown thus far in the competition. Certainly a team to watch out for going forward, especially with players like number 66, number 10, and others throughout the park. Ball fired in, hits the inside of the post, but because it's come from the outside of the D, it will just simply be a 16 to Singapore. A ball over the top is found with number 6, who's got acres of space to run the ball through. Number 13 running far and wide for a far post, but pass gets blocked off, and so the midfield transfer occurs. Making headway down this right-hand side. First time ball gets played across, but execution just not quite there, and Malaysia are able to turn over this ball again with loads of space. The game's certainly opening up as there's a huge gap between defender and attacker. Number 66 with so much space and time pulls it back in with a brilliant bit of skill, fires it home for a 5th individual goal. What a world-class piece of skill from Captain Fantastic himself to take his team to 6-2 up with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Brilliant bit of hockey there from him. What these teams don't, or maybe lack a little bit in terms of speed and change of direction, they certainly make up for for match intelligence and just all-round really good basics. As you can see from that Mr. Captain Fantastic himself on the goal there. Fantastic little V-drag to eliminate the defender, to open up some space, and a ball off the left-hand shoulder over the goalkeeper for a 5th goal. We have now got a slight injury here from Malaysia. It looks like it could potentially have been either an ankle or a hamstring. I'm not 100% sure, but hopefully as the medics will take to the field now that he is okay and will be able to continue in this competition. Seems to be writhing in a little bit of pain as the medic runs on, so hopefully we'll get some word as to how he's doing. Just whilst he's being attended to, just to reflect back onto this game, I think a fantastic set of skills and all-round hockey just in general being shown from both sides, but obviously Malaysia certainly pulling away with it in this last chukker here. But undoubtedly, okay, well, coming back to that, fortunately it seems like the Malaysian player is okay as he's able to be on his feet, running off the side of the field, and will hopefully be able to continue his campaign in this tournament. As a bully is going to happen now, which is a touch of the stick and back down to the ball, and a ball given back to Malaysia. Great sportsmanship being shown there. But just to go back to what we were saying, fantastic performance, especially from Malaysia, but you have to give credit to Captain Fantastic, number 66 himself, for scoring 5 goals in this encounter. Phenomenal bit of individual skill there to take his team over the line. As Malaysia are not done yet, though, they make the motion inside of the 23. Ball looking to be fired into the D, but no runners as of yet. A great post up, though, to receive the ball outside, and a lovely bit of skill there to run along the baseline. A short corner is awarded for that lazy stick tackle from the the Singapore defender. Number 66 is off the field, so allows for someone else to get the opportunity to have a crack at goal in this last minute and 30 seconds of the game. But once again, just the class being shown there by the number 13 for Malaysia with that slight V-drag, just allowing or getting away from the defender, forcing that ugly challenge and inevitably winning a penalty corner for his team. Ball fired out. First Castle, number 10. Great save from the keeper. Looked a touch dangerous, but the ref's happy to let the game play on. Ball across the field is open, but unfortunately takes too long and the passing lane is closed. Malaysia now with the ball with the final minute left of the game. Just happy to keep possession and keep the ball out of the way of the Singapore sticks. Good bit of skill there from number 7 with the arc and the fire under the shoulder. Still looking to use that right-hand side to attack down the baseline and T-point especially. Ball into the D, bit of bobble on it. Great turn to avoid the defender and a good save by the keeper. Malaysia not done yet as they get the ball just outside the D, looking for that D entry, which they find. A backstick shot comes in and a fantastic save once more, but because it was lifted, it was dangerous, and a PC in favor of Malaysia is awarded. 20 seconds left on the clock here, and that is certainly a fantastic, comfortable victory for Malaysia. Currently by 4 goals. We will see if it is extended to 5 if they can find the back of the net of this short corner, but this should be the last play of the game. And there goes the final whistle. So Malaysia with the 3 points in this encounter over Singapore. Every single member of the team bar the goalkeeper is now situated around the D for this short corner. Ball has to stay inside of the 5-meter line. Ball fired in, and a fantastic goal. The second of the game for number 10 to put the seal on a fantastic victory for Malaysia. 7-2, 5 goals difference between the two sides. An absolute spectacle in this final quarter. And that is all from us. The next game on this field is Germany versus USA in the ladies over 50. Malaysia 7, Singapore 2. See you in a bit.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people is just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.